or no reaction. That's power.
In the aftermath of conflicts, to what extent are truth and reconciliation commissions a viable form of achieving justice and accountability?
I think they make sense in many situations. So, for example, take, say, South Africa. There were horrible crimes committed under apartheid, but to try to punish people for those crimes would have torn the society to shreds, undermined any hope of progress and development. So a decision was made by the ANC, which I think is understandable, to avoid direct punishment and to settle for a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to expose the nature of what happened, so at least it's kind of understood. Same was done in Central America, same in Brazil, the same in East Timor. Take East Timor, which was, if the term genocide has any meaning, what Indonesia did in East Timor with the backing of the United States, Britain, other Western countries, even Sweden, that comes about as close to genocide as anything since the Second World War. Okay, East Timor finally, amazingly, won its independence. Should they try to carry out war crimes trials against Indonesia, Australia, the United States, and others? Or should they try to mend the fences with Indonesia and maybe settle for a Truth and Reconciliation Commission? I think the latter, which is in fact what they're doing. They have to live in the world, right? Now let's take where we happen to be sitting right now. The native population suffered a migrant crisis of an incredible kind, not the kind that we talk about, a migrant crisis where the immigrants come in with the intention of exterminating and expelling the population. That's not what we call a crisis, but that's what happened here. There are remnants of the people who used to live here. They have a reservation in Cape Cod and Mashpee. Should they institute war crimes trials against the people who live in their homes? Wouldn't make a lot of sense. It would make a lot of sense to bring out understanding of what happened, to call for reparations and so on, but not war crimes trials. It just means nothing in these circumstances. Is it genocide? I mean, the population of this territorial United States at the time the colonists arrived was, nobody knows for sure, maybe 10 million, something like that. By 1900, it was, when there was a census, it was about 200,000. This continent, the Western Hemisphere, had maybe 80 million people when Columbus arrived. And pretty soon about 90% of them were gone.